Hi, everyone. Welcome to this daytime reading from Manifest Wisely. If you're new to the channel, please support me and give me a subscribe or a like. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just going to use a standard deck today. It's actually the Ethereal Visions deck, and it's an 80 card deck, but I removed the two extra major arcana that are included. So it's more like the standard Rider Waite. I think I'm going to jump ahead into the tarot and save the oracle cards for later to kind of clarify directionally. I'm really feeling strong on the energy today. It is the 1111 portal, as they like to say. So I tried to do a live, but it just failed and it wasn't reconnecting. So I'm going to do this recording and then hope everything uploads for you. And remember, this is a daytime read. Hopefully I can do another read tonight. It kind of depends on the rest of my schedule for the day. So please enjoy, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do this so you guys can see the cards a little bit better. I kind of like that myself because when I was learning the tarot, it helps to put a face with the name. Keep in mind though that I am an intuitive reader, so that means that I read the energy surrounding the situation and use the cards to clarify. Okay, I do not read the cards like they're a set of it's not quite standard operating procedure type stuff. There's some basic rules and principles, but there are, when cards come up in reverse, there's often the negative aspects. I don't read reversals per se, but I do read the energy, so I will read energies that are pertinent to the situation and what needs to be declared, okay? I do declare. So, la fecha es hoy. Let's get started here. That's right. Past, present, and el futuro. Here we go, here we go. Down the 1111 rabbit hole. Where it stops, nobody knows, do they? The entire deck is upside down. Dun, 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 dun. Leo. Ah, yes, and they say that the first card is often the strongest. So, any Leos out there, okay? The Strength card. King or Queen of the Jungle, perhaps a queen with this Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. My last reading, Libra, was all over it. So if you're a Libra, I would definitely go check that out. And I think that was one of my recorded ones, not one of the live ones. So if you're looking for the live reads, which are very similar in format, it just happens to be live. They are on a different tab than the videos tab. If you're looking for one for the day before, or if I reference something in another reading, that's where it is at, okay? So, the Hierophant, and I was just hearing that song. Love is what I got. So remember that. So this could be a love situation that's heading I heard towards matrimony, so like a happy matrimony, perhaps. Or you could have had or are having a, harmonious type. I don't want to say union just because of some of the stuff that's been going around in the community and some of the stuff that's been on Netflix recently. I'm not going to name any names or anything, but I would just recommend that you educate yourself very thoroughly before hopping on board to anybody's kind of philosophy, okay? The internet is a broad place for ideas, and I think it should be kept that way myself personally. I don't really believe in censorship, but you have to, like, as a lot of other tarot readers will say, I'm here, interpreting this energy, but then what you do at the end of the day, you have to use your own discernment. Okay. So don't just be blindly following people, just because they have a platform, right? Like that's equivalent to celebrity culture, right? I'm just gonna follow this person just because whatever they do. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they must be okay. Like, I'm okay with it, right? Well, no, not necessarily, right? That's silliness. I mean, who that doesn't even follow logic. So the thing is, the Hierophant is something that's about the rules, and the Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. And then the Strength card, kind of self-explanatory, about being strong and staying strong. So collective, I don't think you're somebody who like if you're in the poker game, you're not folding. Like you can even potentially bluff, and I think people are kind of surprised because then they thought like, well, this person's not been playing by the rules, and actually you're like, well, yes, I have. So you can eat it. Right. So that's some of that kind of negative energy that I'm talking about that I might have to come off cards. So I try to stay away from the karmic energies in these readings, and there's a ton of other readers out there on YouTube that can do those types of things. But you know what I mean? I'm like clairaudient, and I receive messages and I communicate out what I can that I think is going to be beneficial to the collective here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And then, of course, you get a dash of my own experiences. So clarifying, actually, yes, we need an outcome. The Six of Pentacles, something nice and balanced. Yes. And I mean, when you're in the position of the Hierophant, that's something that you would want. And you can see how like these wings are kind of like balanced behind him. It's almost like an angel is protecting. And the Hierophant's also known as the High Priest. So it's almost like there's this intercession, happening of protection, and some people believe in that, like they call upon their, pray to archangels or, saints and things like that to intercede on their behalf. So this is nothing, it has really nothing to do with tarot. It's just how I'm interpreting a card based upon my own experience. So again, da, 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 da. Please manifest wisely and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy messages like this, please also drop a comment if you feel like it, okay? I have no qualms against interaction there, just keep it, kind between commenters is all I would ever ask, Three of Cups. Whew. So what is requiring you to be strong here, collective, or what is calling you to celebrate? Are you being called upon to celebrate your strength? I think potentially people are seeing more than one side of you where you are able to celebrate your strength, okay? And you're kind of surprising others, right? So what else? I feel like you're also starting to discover kind of like your inner beauty, and you're starting to celebrate it. Five of Wands, okay? So you might be feeling a little bit more busy because it's kind of like, it's like, I'm not exactly into social norms and all these things that are, in fashion at the moment, you know what I mean? Maybe you're more of like a natural beauty type, okay? But now it's kind of like your attention is getting pulled in some different directions than what was usual. And you're like, you know what? I was just trying to celebrate here and like have a good little old time. But this kind of glow up, if you will, is pulling you in more than one direction. So it kind of makes sense that the Queen of Swords is next, because she's all about those boundaries, right? Like, well, you know what I mean? Right. Clarifying for the collective, please, this Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh, you guys, the High Priestess. Ooh. And you have the Hierophant here. So this Queen of Swords is definitely somebody who has learned her lessons, okay? But as being the Queen of Intellect, she's always willing to learn more because she knows that knowledge is power, and power keeps her in this throne. And then she's able to send her little messenger bird wherever she needs to go. Oh my God, you guys, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. She's like, oh, hey, little bird, why don't you go do this for me? Poof. Oh, You mean deliver this Ace of Pentacles, or, you know, oh, I mean, go pick it up. I mean, however it's going, right? There's a flow in between. It almost looks like this is like a claw, right? You know, putting it into a hand, like the bird putting it into a hand. Wow, collective. This is kind of wild here. Okay, well, it is the 11/11 reading, daytime edition. Remember, we'll do some oracle cards here to clarify. As long as we have time, right? Okay, so clarifying the Hierophant, please, now for this collective. Hierophant also represents Taurus. Ace of Pentacles, you have, you know, that earth energy. So you may have some earth in your chart. The Four of Swords. I see somebody definitely wants to spend their time with you and, you know, kind of like make it leisurely. What else? Judgment. Wow. So this Hierophant here is very secure in this decision, okay? And I feel like this decision has brought him, and I'm saying that him because we also have the High Priestess here, okay? So there's the masculine and feminine energies around here. It has brought this Hierophant a sense of peace, okay? So it's kind of like now that he understands maybe this Queen of Swords better kind of thing, High Priestess energy, it's like allowing him to rest, and he kind of wants to, like, you know, leisurely rest, not necessarily alone, okay? You know, it's kind of like the catalyst for the coming together, okay? And in the outcome, you have the Six of Pentacles. So tell us more about it. Tell me more, tell me more. Was it love at first sight? Is that the truth of the situation? I think somebody wants to tell you the truth of how they feel about it. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, if you are one of those signs, I would definitely go check out the previous reading. I may even link it in the comments. I'm starting to feel so strongly about it. What else do we have here to clarify? The Six of Pentacles, please, for the collective. The Hangman, Pisces. So, Pisces, the 12, however, not until February, okay? So, you may not kind of, so this is the outcome. So maybe, you know, in February is where there's going to be some kind of proposed resolution to get out of this kind of stuckness somebody has. Yeah, the Ace of Swords here. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wheel of Fortune overall on the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and clarify with the Modern Witch deck while we can. So this is basically a solid tarot reading so far. Some readings are a little different. I just kind of have some like channeled messages that I might have written down or notes. So if you do resonate with this reading, I do have a lot of other readings out there that are, you know, more considered timeless. So feel free to check those out. And if you do like those and want to support the channel, again, what is totally free, and if you are in the giving spirit, what it's free to give is just a little bit of that energy to say click, like, or subscribe. If you're feeling extra feisty, there is a donation link. Okay. Page of Cups on the Strength card here. Mothers are very strong. Yes, that's what I just heard. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like flipped over 3 at the time, but look at what was on mothers. And who's a mother? Like the ultimate mother. Like, you don't want to be getting in trouble with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you yelling at me at the whole end of the street, you know, right? Like something like that. The 4 of Pentacles on top of this 3 of Cups. Yeah, exactly. You were like, I just kind of wanted to preserve what I had going for me. Like, I wasn't looking for like a whole lot of growth out of this situation at the moment. But Page of Cups here, I mean, that could be a whole lot of things. Okay, clarifying the 5 of Wands. The Page of Wands. Yeah. So some of this is really just kind of like a distraction from what you kind of need to be doing. And I feel like that's the message that this page brings. Okay. Because while everyone else is over here, you're up here with this Page of Cups right now. And there's something strong about it, okay? So you're kind of like, well, you guys are already fighting over this spot. Like, I'm going to go, like, you're a little explorer, right? Like, everyone was like, hey, this is our territory right here, and we're going to all fight for it, right? And you're like, well, you know what? Maybe this doesn't look like the exact one for me, so I'm going to keep going, right? A little bit further down the road until you find it. Okay, and that's kind of what this Page of Cups is letting you know here and wants you to be strong about. Okay, so Queen of Swords now. This feels like an almost personal reading for somebody. I'm just like, I don't know why. Just how it comes out, you know. 2 of Swords on top of the Queen of Swords. So you do have decisions, and you're going to have to start thinking in new ways. And the thing about the Queen of Swords is, like, a lot of people don't know that she is intuitive, right? The Chariot, Cancerian energy on the High Priestess here. Yeah, somebody wants to bring you into their reality type thing. They want to, I don't want to say bring you down to earth, but kind of like humanize you and also show how magical you are at the same time. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, because I feel like this person could kind of put you on a pedestal, and it's almost kind of like, it's almost like they've set you up to be like this, sitting here on this pedestal with these swords, saying, you know, even with your eyes closed, I trust that you're going to make like the right move. Okay. 7 of Swords on top of this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Because you've been betrayed before. Okay. And that's exactly what these two are doing here. Right. And you're like, now it's kind of, so this earth energy, it's like, now it's time to kind of bury that, let it go, and kind of let, you know, the dust settle if it hasn't yet, and let the manifestation kind of come forth. And, you know, then you are going to start seeing kind of like more of what you're made of, right? Literally, like you're like, I buried it and now it's fertilizer. Right? And now I'm like doing pretty good with it, right? Because now I'm, you know, I'm either telling the story, or I'm making my next move, which, you know, even when they've tried to block me, my guides have come through. And I know that I'm making the right decisions because, who are you, collective? Are you relating to the High Priestess yet? Is this relating to you? You know, resonating? So use your own discernment there, okay? Clarifying now, please, the Hierophant. Diddy. How's about a kid from New York City? Six of Cups. So talk about a union or reunion with this Hierophant. Red may be significant to somebody. Somebody may really like the color red. They might like that song, Lady in Red. Like, maybe they want you to wear red when they see you the next time. Let's clarify the Four of Swords. And they're kind of worried that you're going to be like kind of cold as ice a little bit, you know? So, oh my gosh. Yeah, because they're worried about the kind of judgment that you've already called on the situation as well. So judgment appearing twice. What else? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just heard my dog moving around. I gave her a little bone to chew on. She's probably done with it already. Knowing her. The Lovers. Holy smokes. Wow. I mean, and if you're not coming into contact with somebody that you love, who are you coming into contact with? I mean, because the judgment is here twice. I feel like this is, you know, it's like going to be somehow orchestrated, and it's saying that you don't have to do anything, you know, kind of looking forward. You know, that it's kind of just like going to happen naturally type thing. Yeah. Okay. That's twice now. The World. So you're gonna be in a different type of balancing act. It's not gonna feel like, I don't want to say enabling, it's gonna feel empowering. Okay. And in the way like that you could then take on the world, because it's like, oh, I know that, you know, I'm calibrated or I'm cantilevered, like something's holding me down, so that if I reach for the next step, I'm not going to fall over. Okay. Okay. So what else does the collective need to know about this Ace of Swords? And that's in the outcome, y'all. So the Page of Pentacles. So somebody wants to tell you what they've been working on. Yes. Wow. And here you are, Empress. Didn't she want to pop out earlier? Again, some Libra. And here's that Mars energy on the bottom of the deck. That's been coming out a lot lately as well. So yeah, I don't know that I have much more for you on that. Okay, I was going to do some meditation cards earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some. And then close it out. We are still under the wire. Patience. Somebody definitely wants you to have patience, right? Patience. Oh, you should check out my Ophelia's band channel. I covered Patience. The Guns N' Roses song on my Ophelia's band channel. So if you like my singing or music, definitely go check that out. Patience. Again, this could be all about the timing, right? So somebody could be coming to tell you that something that has looked like a delay is actually kind of started to pay off. Okay. But that's not until the outcome, right? Like you don't walk in the door owning the company unless you start the company, right? Like there are steps, right? There are steps to things. Okay. So don't get frustrated with yourself if for some reason you don't feel like you're achieving what you should. Centering. These are some great cards that are popping out, guys. Yeah, so your strength here that you started out with, why is that? Is that because you have a strong meditative hold over yourself, okay? And is that potentially why you're being gifted with something potentially so precious here with the Page of Cups, okay? So for those of you that don't know, the Page of Cups can represent fertility as well, okay? So for you, you could have been in a right timing type situation, right? Or feeling like you are, okay? Yeah, because you gave birth kind of to this idea, remember what I was talking about before? And it was like, oh yeah, now I want to celebrate. And then it's like, oh, glow up time. And you're like, well, wait a second, like I'm just regular old me. And it's like, okay, so now it's kind of like that cantilever, right? So now it's like somebody's pressed on the seesaw, right? And it's like, well, wait, I'm over here. So it takes time to balance that energy back out, right? Because the energy or the pull of, the people around you can be so strong at times, okay? That doesn't mean that you disappear. You may have to, well, look what just came out, birth. So yeah, you definitely, this could be really literal for somebody too. You may be deciding whether or not you want kids or more kids. You know what I mean? That could be something for you, right? So if this is a time when you could get pregnant, right, then be aware of that, right? And then ask yourself, what have you learned from the previous situation? So, one more, please, for this collective. Initiation. Yeah. So all this judgment that has come down, it's going to really kind of start guiding you into something that it's going to make you kind of feel reborn. Yeah. Awakening here. It's going to make you feel new. It's, dare I say Madonna like a virgin. You know what I mean? Like when she's like shiny and new. And we all, okay, yeah. Whatever. It's just a song. But, it's, or like you see here, she has like this bald head. Like, do you remember, and like Natalie Portman in that movie, like she shaves her head, or, Britney Spears for that matter. But there's still this guardian here, okay? And remember when we started out, not only did you have the high priestess, but the high priest, the Hierophant, come out as well. So, for those of you having those rite of passages, yeah, this is an initiation into, a new phase, okay? And that's just kind of part of life. Now, changes can be scary, yes, but we deal with them every single day. So, all right, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you for joining. Please manifest wisely. Please throw me a like or a subscribe. It would greatly help the channel and help the messages of the channel. So if you enjoyed these messages, until next time, bye-bye. Oh, there's my Alexa again.